What's going on, guys? Katie Welke here for Pine Sports with my Daily Dimes. We're talking some golf bets today for the oldest golf tournament in the world, the Open Championship. And here to help break down the ins and outs of this major is VIP golf capper Danny, back with his predictions and insights on this course. But before we hit the links, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel below and are liking this video. Pine and Thrive Fantasy still have an active promo code for you to use when you sign up for Thrive today. Use the code PINE to unlock free access to plays and more. Win big and score with this offer that you don't want to pass up. Promo code PINE, PINE. The fourth and final golf major of the year begins on Thursday when the 2022 Open Championship tees off the Old Course in St. Andrews, Scotland. A lot going on at this Open. We have Tiger Woods making his first official appearance since the PGA Championship in May, which is something to note. But then have Jon Rahm, Scottie Scheffler, Justin Thomas, who are all at the top of the PGA odds for us this week. But Danny, describe the Open a little bit and what makes it so different compared to traditional courses in the US.
So the Open Championship is put on by the R&A, which is the governing body for golf throughout the entire world, except for here in America and Mexico, which is put together by the USGA. But the R&A considers the Open Championship as the truest test in golf. And the reason for that is because the event is always hosted on a links golf course. Now, links golf courses are very popular and common over in the British Isles, and they're called links courses because they connect the sea to the land. They're the link between the two. You're going to see a lot of open land, no trees, pot bunkers, undulations and uneven stances, firm fairways that aren't going to have soft landing spots for balls. The balls are going to run out, and the greens are going to be very slow. It's very different to the courses you see here in America on your typical weekend PGA Tour event. So it's the truest test in golf because this is how the game was designed to be played in Scotland centuries ago. So this year we're going to St. Andrews, the home of golf, and it's really important for the players to do well here because it's considered one of the most important things you can do in your career.
Now, speaking of the Old Course, give us a little bit of insight and background to that.
So the Old Course, like I said, it's known as the home of golf because it is the oldest golf course in the world. The Open Championship has a list of courses that they cycle through every year, but the Old Course at St. Andrews gets it every 5 years. Like I said, it's very prestigious to win here. Now, the course setup is about a 7,300 yard par 72, but you're only going to have 2 par 5s and 2 par 3s, which leaves 14 par 4s, many of which are going to be reachable for a lot of the players today because everybody's chasing speed and the equipment itself has evolved to give people a lot of distance off the tee.
Such good insight. And what are some key things you're looking for right now with this tournament?
So like I said, if the wind is going to be helping a lot of players, distance is going to be key, which opens up a lot of wedge play. You're not going to have a lot of long irons into these greens. So key stats to look at are that under 100 wedge shot, maybe 125 yards in for your wedge. That's going to be how you approach these greens if you're not reaching the green in one off the tee.
Now, putting together all that incredible insight, who do you think will have the most success here this weekend?
So a lot of these greens, because they're shared, there's going to be a lot of room to land the ball, which could leave lengthy putts. So distance off the tee, wedge game, and 3-putt avoidance are going to be what you're looking at. So traditionally as well, when you're looking at Open Championship play, experience carries a lot of value because it's so different from what players usually see week in, week out on the PGA Tour. So performance, Excel performance usually skews towards older players. So my first idea lean for this week would be Rory McIlroy, which I know is funny because last time I was here, I said, don't necessarily go to the top of the board. Everything just lines up for Rory. If you're big on narratives, he's been the poster boy, the white knight for the PGA Tour with all the battles with the Live Golf breakaway. But he's been maybe the hottest player on tour the last 20 to 50 rounds. I know Xander's been really hot the last couple of weeks, but it's really Rory that has really excelled over the last month or so. Over the last 20 rounds, Rory is number 1 in the field in strokes gained. He's 3rd off the tee and 6th on approach and 5th in putting. That right there hits those 3 key stats I just laid out. Off the tee, approaching the green, and putting the ball. If you want to go for a little older player that maybe not a lot of people might be on, look for Dustin Johnson. I know it's not going to be a popular pick because he's probably on a lot of blacklists for people because he did defect and go to the Live Tour. But this is a guy that has a lot of experience. He's really long off the tee. And if you watched any of his performance on the Live Golf, the last couple of weeks, he's actually been playing pretty well. And last time the event was here in 2015, he had the 36-hole lead. Then unfortunately, weather acted up and it delayed the tournament, and he got hit with some bad weather and lost it afterwards. But this is a guy that has the necessary experience, whose game lines up really well for the links style play, where you got to use the turf, you got to run the ball out, and just having that course knowledge is going to be very valuable to someone like Dustin Johnson. So that's why I like him as a potential winner as well.
Danny, thank you so much for joining me and giving us your true insider knowledge here. Where can everyone go find more of you?
So the first place you can find me at is the Measy Picks Discord. I'm there, the golf VIP person there. I'm going to give out an entire card. It's not just my outrights, but it's also placements and first round leader bets. On Twitter, I am at Tee2Green2049. And I'm also now on TikTok, putting up videos describing and explaining why I like the things I do with regards to golf picks. That's also at Tee2Green2049.